Hello. This tutorial will teach you how to use these 3 chips in gadget here in conjunction with each other to make a nice looking skybox. I'm gonna teach you how to use Skydome chip, which changes the sky color, the fog chip, which background objects, which changes the clouds. You can add background mountains, add stars, and the sun direction, which changes the direction of the sun. So if you don't know how to get rid of that, I don't know why you're watching this, but every tutorial says this. You go to your backpack and you press use, and there it is. And if the mega pin's favorited, you can put your hand over your shoulder and pull it out. Anyway, to find these chips, you're gonna go to your palette, you're gonna go to gadgets, and you're gonna go to other chips. Find background objects chip, fog chip, and the Skydome chip. We're gonna start with the Skydome chip first. So when you spawn it in, it will select it by default. Your Skydome, your previous one, just fine. But when you select a chip like this, the background objects, sun direction, Skydome, and fog chip, when you have it selected, it will always give you a preview of what it will do. To customize the Skydome here, you're gonna go to Microphone, you're gonna press configure, and then select it. You'll have this menu here. Let's say I want to make a old Western themed skybox, okay? Like, so when you think like old Western film. So the sky bottom color changes is here in the middle. We're gonna do orange. Yeah, I think orange looks fine. Sky top color, change the sky at the top. We're gonna do orange here. Yeah, to make a nice dark to light gradient here. And the ground bottom color here changes the ground at the bottom. We're gonna do amber, and this kind of ground top color changes the ground here. Okay, and then the horizon color changes this streak here. That is the horizon. We're gonna make it pineapple. I think that looks nice. This is already making me think like old Western set in a desert kind of film or whatever. Horizon size, by default it's 22, but you can make it really large. We're gonna change it back to, no, we're gonna do like 29. Here we go. The strength, certain objects reflect off the horizon, and the horizon strength will make those more reflective of the horizon. So this, if you have another Skydome chip active, the higher priority, it will show the player the one that's activated at the highest priority. Blend, let me show you what this looks like, and you can make it exclusive to a player role. So let me show you what this means. So let's turn this on. What that does, you see how like it faded in and out. That is how long that fade will take. We're gonna enable this. Okay, now that we have our Skydome chip complete, we're gonna do background objects chip. You can find in gadgets, go to other chips, and then go to the first page, and then background objects chip. Put it right here. As you can see, we're previewing this. As always, configure it by just using the configure on it. So let's try out mountain. Ooh, that looks quite nice, I think. We're gonna change this to like a brownish brown. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, that blends in well with the Skydome, I think. You can also change the rotation here and the transparency. I'll make it just a little transparent here. The clouds, you have 5 cloud options. You have non-high clouds, large clouds, medium clouds, far and far clouds. High clouds, like this. You can also change rotation and the transparency and even the color on them. This is what large clouds look like. This is what medium clouds look like, and this is what far clouds look like. Let's make it blend in well with the Skydome here. I think amber. Let's do orange. No, actually, let's do orangey here, and then let's make them transparent. I don't like how it looks well. I don't think that looks well. We're gonna make it amber. There we go. I think amber looks fine. You also have stars. You have night stars and outer space stars. Night stars, you can see them there. And then outer space. So night stars only cover like the top half of the sky dome here. But if you do outer space stars, they will cover the entire sky dome. You can also change the color for them as well if you would like. I don't think they look good with this, so I'm going to disable it. And then we have the moon. You have 3 options: none, spooky moon, which is the one used in Crescendo, and you also have full moon, which is a full moon. You can also change the color on this. Let's make it, well, let's make it an actual moon here. There we go. You can change rotation. It does literally nothing, but you can change it. And also the transparency as well. But we're gonna get a little creative with it. We're gonna do spooky moon, because I think that might blend in well with the sun. If I just make it this color and then make that same transparency as the clouds here. Priority and the blends here. This will disable the fade. This will just make it instant, exclusive to a player role as well. We don't have that set up, so we're gonna ignore that. So now we have to enable it here. Enable, hold on, there we go. Now we have this nice looking little setup here. So the last chip I'm going to show you now is the fog chip. So this doesn't affect the sky dome or the background objects here. This only affects objects that are in the world. We're going to do this. It's giving me a preview, configure, there you go. For an example, you can change the color here to chartreuse. Start distance is how far away the player has to be for the fog to start to them. And the fade distance is how far away for the fog to be visible. We're gonna put this at like a 25, extremely close. Oh my god, it's green now. If I make this 800 enable, you can see the fog hasn't started near me yet. So it's not affected. But if I make it like, say like 57, you can see the fog is starting to affect it there. I made the fade distance low. So as you see, it fades in for me when I'm not very close. And I make this like 58. See how it's like less in? That's a fog chip. We don't need this chip for what we're trying to do, but it really does add a lot of atmosphere. If you're trying to do something at like night, be really atmospheric with it, this is extremely useful for that purpose. But actually, let's include it. We're gonna do some amber fog here. And make this start at 120 and fade at 300. Stuff in the horizon, stuff like the distance is fogged out. We're gonna enable the fog chip. Okay, now the final gadget, the one gadget, is the sun direction. This will change where the sun is facing and how strong the sun is and its glow size and all that. So, create, or just open palette, gadgets, and we're going to other gadgets. Go here. It's on the second page. This arrow means where the sun's going. See, it's pointing down. The sun will be pointing down. Let's put it over here. The sun will point. I'm just... God, his build is terrible. The sun will point over here, where the chip is facing. Let's make the sun face us like a little low. So when you move it, that does not affect it. Only the rotation is the only thing that affects the sun direction. We're gonna make it face us, like make the sun or like go low. I think that's a nice direction for it. I'm gonna figure it. For the sunlight page, we have sun color. It doesn't function very well. Oh my god, this build sucks. For some reason, the green just doesn't really appear well. That's purple for some reason. It's a little weird, but we're gonna keep it white because I think that looks nice. Hold on, we're actually gonna make it pineapple. There we go. The intensity will change how bright the sun is. We're gonna put it at 26, just a little lighter. The shadow strength will affect how strong the shadows are. That will affect how dark the shadows are from the casted from the sun. This disk size is how large the sun is. You can just make it 0 and just remove the sun if you like. I'm gonna put it at a 36. The sun glow size affects how large the how large the glow from the sun is. We're gonna make it not too big, but big. Sun glow strength affects, oh my god, the strength of the sun. The sun glow horizon affects how much the horizon will be affected by the sun's glow. Blend sun position, it blends the sun position. But clips on horizon, this will make it so sun's glow can go over the horizon here. You have the usual priority settings here, this is the player role. Finally, we're going to enable it. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, it just did that. Okay, that does not look human. But now we have this nice skybox here. If you guys want to use this in your own rooms, I've published it on the Invention Store as Western Skybox by Innova. Surrounding, you know, okay, never mind. Gotta get the ball rolling though. Thank you for watching. This is how you make a skybox.